Plug it
What is
in.
up? Metal Gets Me High, episode 56. This is a very important episode. This is the top 10, not top 10, just top albums of the year, top releases, what every metalhead looks forward to at the end of the year. All your hard work of listening to new music comes down to this. We have a very special guest. We got a mosh extraordinaire, brother of one of the host here. We got Ryan Bradley, brother of Justin Bradley.
So
This is our
What up,
musical
Ryan?
science experiment. Fucking the kid we brought to shows, and now he's going to shows without us, and no matter if we're there or it's just him, he's fucking moshing hard.
I'm there.
You're there,
Hell
dude.
yeah, Ryan.
Hey, putting on for the 209.
Putting on for CVHC.
I gotta show them how it's done sometimes.
You do. Well, before we get into our favorite releases of the year, just a very special shout out to Bangin' in the Rock in Little Rock. Incredible 2-day festival put on by some guests of the show, Stan from Terminal Nation, whose band played one of the sickest sets of the weekend. Evan, Morbid Visions, also really great set from the weekend. Awesome dudes, awesome festival, and like it was just incredible. I'll say like seeing God's Hate was sick, seeing like Terror, but then Brody King going up on stage playing a song with him, Colin Young playing a song with him, just cool shit like that's always gonna stick out. So thank you guys for putting on that festival, and shout out to the band Mall, man. Those are
Fuck yeah.
Good dudes and Mall right there.
those are some great people. So we appreciate all of you. Many people. Fargo. Death metal capital of the world, I might say.
Oh yeah, that's hard.
Fuck Little Rock.
Midwest Death.
I mean, it's crazy because we love everybody, all the bands and everybody from Little Rock, everybody that we met. But you'd never think to just go to Little Rock, And dude, we had the best time. It was fucking wild. Yeah, I recommend everybody try to hit Banging in the Rock.
Agreed. Yep. Banging was sick, man. Cool venue, ins and outs, great setup. Couldn't be more pleased with the outcome.
Yeah, and like we said, the bill was incredible. Great bands that are local, like Second Life was a band that really stood out. Played a really killer set. Another band, they're not local, but they're from the same area as Primitive Rage, had a really cool set.
What's the one
all
from Little
kinds of
Rock?
bands.
Mutilatred.
Mutilatred. Oh my god, dude!
Mutilatred.
Sentence to Die.
Sentence to Die was probably one of my favorite. It was top 3 performances of the weekend for me, for sure. It was maybe because I was standing over him. He was basically using me like a foot stand, essentially. But it was the coolest experience. That whole band had a lot of energy.
I'll tie in my Outer Heaven here shortly, but definitely an incredible set, and just all around good time, I would say. Mutilatred. I'm glad you brought that one up. Last thing about that too is Griggs from Mall, probably the best mosher you've ever seen. So shout out to him.
Happiest man on earth.
Dude, service with a smile, man. Moshing, hitting people. Him and Garrett beating the shit out of each other in the pit was like one of the most fun things to watch.
I can agree on that.
Well, we're going to get into some of our favorite releases of the year. We'll do this like hella ass backwards, and we're all going to start with our release of the year. I'll circle back around to me, but for what it's worth, Spinebreaker might be my release of the year, but it's an EP, so I'm going to do an album of the year, but Spinebreaker, incredible. We're going to start with the special guest, Ryan Bradley. What is your fucking release of the year? What's the album you
like
vibe
number
with?
one?
Yeah, you're number one.
My number one, honestly, bro, I'm gonna go with fucking Living Proof by Drain, bro.
All right. Hey,
That shit
Fucking
was
A.
sick, bro. And I
Fucking
went
A.
to
That's
the release show in Santa Cruz, hard as fuck. Played the whole
how was
album.
that?
Dude, it was sick.
they
They
played the
had,
whole album.
I'm pretty sure they played the whole album. It sounded like they played the whole album.
All right. Hey, that's freaking badass. Haven't seen them live, but the videos always look crazy. What are like what's a standout track or two that you like that you vibe with off that album?
Definitely like Devil's Itch.
Devil's Itch. All right.
Itch.
Hey, that's what
They
I'm
got
talking
a
about.
sick, like bass line to it, dude. It's hard as
Yeah.
fuck.
Hey, I'm glad that you said that because that's something that I wouldn't think out of me, Razor or Brad would make our list, but like that's the fun in it, just to see like the little subtle differences.
And just
Uh,
like, bro, that every like song is just like it's just so sick. Like you can just jump to it the whole time. Like you don't even have to mosh. You can just jump the whole fucking time. It's
Yeah,
just a
you're
fun,
just sitting there fucking
yeah. It's
bobbing
just
up
a
and
fun
down.
ass. It's just a fun ass album.
Dude, and like whenever you watch the sets of Drain playing live, Sammy looks
Yeah,
like the happiest person on earth, and
dude. I saw
I
they just
think
posted like fucking. They played Cobra Lounge to like 10 people, and then they compared it to like another venue in the same state where it's like hundreds of other people. It was so sick.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
I saw that
Like to
comparison.
compare the progression to progression.
Yeah, to see like I saw there's like literally like 5 people it looks like in the picture that are
Yeah.
just like dancing to flash to wherever it is, and there's people jumping off the stage. It's crowd. You can't walk in
Yeah.
there. It's so crowded. Yeah, that shit's dope.
sick. Well, we're gonna be led on to our little bit here. We're gonna move on. We're gonna go with the other Bradley brother. What's Brad's release of the year?
Homicidal Ecstasy by the Bog.
You know
Hell
what?
yeah.
Like that's definitely I'll spoil it. That's number 5 for me. And but like I'm gonna go as far as saying just because of how early out that album came out, that's probably the album that I've listened to the most this year. But take me away, Brad. What stands out from this release for you compared to all the other shit you've listened to or you liked this year?
I'm just pissed, bro. Fucking tired of this shit. Oh man. I actually
That's
listened to
great.
Piss so much that I listened on my Spotify stats. Piss is the number one song twice. One for the single, one for the album. I don't know if anyone's ever done that.
That's
But
impressive.
That is
That's
my
actually
impressive.
most listened to Spotify song, and
that's
it's
cool.
the single and the album version.
And
But
the
just
album.
love the boys from I think Columbus, Ohio is where they're from.
Columbus, Ohio. That's it,
You
man.
know,
That's
they just
them.
put out a good product, and if you haven't seen them live, man, they put on a good show. It looks like everyone's having fun at their show, and you know, it's the boys from the Bog. They know what to do.
I'm with you. Like this is the only album. All the other albums, like I have some little bit of notes maybe written down, just key points. This is an album I literally didn't write anything down for because, like I said, it came out in February,
Yeah.
and like there are certain songs on that album that I know like the back of my hand. Like "Face Ripped Off" is a fucking leg day national
Special.
anthem.
Bro, even that Aaron Hurd was even on the song is just like that makes it even like it's sick.
Yeah,
Dude, 100%. Yeah.
it's incredible. And you know, like something that I love about the band is that like people would have you think that they don't take their shit seriously. But like they take their shit seriously. They
Hella
fuck around.
serious.
Yeah, they like to fuck around. Like
Yeah.
that's so cool. Like
They work hard, but they play even harder.
yeah, like you could say
Mhm.
they're a merch band or that they're like a social media band, but like go see them live. It's the sound is incredible. It's great energy, and it's going to be packed full of people, and those people are going to be wearing their merch. Like the end of the day, that's you know they're doing great. That they're a band that's on their second album, so I like I said
100%.
that's number 5 for me. That's an incredible album.
Yeah, that one's number 2 for me. No,
See, that's like probably
It's on all of our lists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that one's
clean
number
fucking
number 2
sweep
for
right
me.
there. Well,
Uh,
let's move on to you,
For three.
Ramon. What is your release of the year?
Release. So, are we circling back to album of the year?
No, what's
Like,
number
or
like I'm saying
EP?
what's number one? What's number one of them all? Like I said, Spinebreakers for me, but like I'm not gonna get into that too much.
Dude, 10 to the chest, split the fuck open.
It's a great one, man. That's a very good EP.
10 to the
10
chest,
to
split the
sick.
fuck open. I feel like I want to run through a concrete wall every time I listen to it. And how could you not? How could you
I'm
not?
always a fan of a release where everything about it is in caps. So like the artist's name is in caps and every song on the
Sentence
release
to
is in
die.
caps.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's the best. But yeah, I would say that is my favorite thing that's been released this year for sure.
Let's go with your album though. What's that shirt you're wearing?
I was gonna say number 1 album, LP, full length album. Drum roll is gonna be No Cure. Of course, I got the merch right here. The commitment to persist or to permanence.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna have
commitment to
trouble with that.
permanence. Yeah, I'm a little retarded.
You know my favorite
yeah.
part is
Can't say that on YouTube, bro.
a straight
Oh, I said
edge a straight edge band as you're smoking either a joint or a cigarette.
Hey,
Like hey,
I don't
I
give
respect
that
it.
was a joint. I got joints rolled up. We're ready to go. I got a couple left. Okay, but anyways, yeah, with that album, I mean, dude, it's straight edge, and I fucking love them. They're cool. We met them at Bangin' in the Rock. We met Blythe, and then we met the guitarist, and they were both cool as hell.
Aesop.
Yeah, we met them both. They were awesome. But yeah, it's fast paced hardcore. And it's like when we were there, I didn't see a single person standing still, even up at the top.
Great energy.
Everybody was going wild. Blythe live has some of the craziest energy. I didn't know how he did it for that entire time. I was like, this, and he did it in like a big puffy jacket, and it was 1,000 degrees in there. So kudos to him.
That's hard.
Yeah, but off the album, I mean, the 2 songs that I have to point out are "Slumped in the House of God," featuring fucking Devin Swank of said Sang We Sukkabog. And
or
then
Devin
also,
Boogabog, as I call him.
Devin Boogabog. And then No Cure, Straight Edge, Die Slow, Fuck You. How could you not love it?
Hell yeah.
How could you not? That's one of the greatest names to a song. And I was just smoking a joint and drinking a beer, and they're probably saying "Die slow, fuck you" to me, but I agree. So yeah.
Well, my album of the year, I'm gonna go with the band Outer Heaven from Pennsylvania. Infinite Psychic Depths. Before I get into the album, like seeing this band live at Arkansas was a band where, like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch any videos to prep me like what they're like live. I went in there cold turkey, just knowing that they put out a great album. And I know they've been a band for a while, but I found out about them this year through this album, and there were signs that this was going to be the best set that I've ever seen. There's a guitarist wearing a Grateful Dead shirt. Other guitarist is playing a guitar that I've never seen brand wise. I'm like, what the fuck guitar is that? And the craziest part of it all, he's got one pedal, and it's a tuner pedal. So really, he's got no pedals. And they played the most insane set I've ever seen. Both musically, they played a great set as musicians, but the front man, I wish I knew his name. Sorry, I don't know his name. He's maniacal. He's like running around. He's almost got like a Trevor Sternad energy to him, but at one point he got into the pit and was like, he was just an evil motherfucker doing evil things. So
Also,
That he was,
they were
and he
they
was on
were
a busted knee.
Hell yeah.
Fucking got down
So-
there, and
Yeah.
fucking handled it.
yeah, so shout out to them for that.
Wow.
But to go
they were
into
also cool as hell in the recreational time. I'll just say that.
definitely
Thank you for sharing
there
some time
this
with us and letting
this
us beat your
album
ear.
is perfect amount of caveman with outer space, where it's like it's got Morbid Angel riffs, which I'm a huge Morbid Angel fan, but like there's also like old like first two album Gojira vibes to it. This is an album where I'm not going to listen to a track. I'm going to put that whole 46-minute piece on and listen to it, and I have. I love how there are moments of like stillness and spaciness, but then there are evil, chaotic parts that like you don't want to behave when that shit is on. So that's my album of the year. I'll give you a track though. The track that like fucks me up is Rotting Stone DMT. Absolutely insane. Shout out to
That sounds
Outer
sick.
Heaven for putting out what I say is the album of the year, but also for becoming my favorite band this year. Like I have too many favorite bands, but add them to the list.
Yeah, they were sick.
Hey.
His name is Austin, I believe. Austin.
Austin.
Haynes.
All right, Austin. Fucking
Cool,
beast of a
hey.
dude.
Hell
Beast of they were one of the standout sets in banging, and like I said, they're cool guys, you know, especially after chilling with them. Like you can't hate. You're like, oh, dude, that just adds to the fucking lure. You know, it's awesome.
Yeah, they're
As I
people.
said, yeah. And then they
Yeah,
had
super
these
down to earth.
excellent shirts with the fucking xenomorph on the state of Arkansas. So
Oh, that's all
shout
right.
out.
Badass. And then in the
Yeah.
back, it's a quote that's changed to Arkansas. Basically, what does it say? It says,
No one can hear you screaming in Little Rock.
"There we
Crazy.
go." I like it.
And what is it? Fuck the PCC too. The Pennsylvania or PPC.
PPC. That's something that I like. All right, for what it's worth, I've never been to Pennsylvania, but fuck the fucking Pennsylvania Parking Association, the PPA.
Oh, the PPA.
Yeah. I've only heard about it through various podcasts about how it's terrible, but we'll
Never
move
heard
on.
a positive thing about him.
Yeah, we'll move on. We won't fucking talk about the PPA anymore. Razor, what is your second favorite album of the year?
Second favorite is gonna be this band from Belarus. It's called Extermination Dismemberment. The album is Dehumanization Protocol, and I mean it's possibly the hardest album released this year. It's like it's the wildest thing you've
It
ever
is.
heard. It's like if you asked Chat GPT to make the hardest like Transformers fucking
Yeah.
death metal.
I love the bit
It's like
that
if
goes through the
it's
whole
like a
album where it's just
Decepticon.
yeah, like
Yeah,
there's
it's like a
multiple
Decepticon made
songs where you
fucking
get
death metal.
multiple
It's the
songs where you get the
wildest.
extermination.
Yeah,
it's Prime on the mic.
it's completely wild. And yeah, the two songs that stood out are Dehumanization Protocol and Corpse Pit. These two songs, I mean, the whole album in itself it's like a 50-minute album, and it's like a movie. It's basically like you could imagine the fucking space robot fucking tearing some shit apart. It's wild.
Yeah, also a good album that you would want to blast in a 1991 Civic with fucking 12s and sub.
The fucking effects that they use, I don't know
Go
I don't
start
know
a
what kind of
Honda Civic.
effects. Dude, it's what the bass on it is stupid.
All right, Brad.
that's number two.
What's another release
Good
that you be
Ghost
fucking
Rider.
with this year?
Hold on, I gotta see if this was this year. Hold on one second.
That's fine.
Time out, time out.
Time.
Yeah, it was this year. It's Exit Wounds by Tactosa.
Oh yeah, that
Fucking
was a
A.
good EP. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Fucking
know.
A.
Yeah, it's like some MySpace deathcore throwback. Freaking
I fucking
yeah,
Yeah,
love that
bro.
shit.
My cup of tea right
Yeah.
there, bro.
I love it.
yeah.
Hard.
Never
That's like
listened
for
to deathcore on MySpace, but let's bring it back.
you know what?
On
There's
the
this
little
other
fucking
band that
shitty computer speakers, you know, the white ones with the gray
Yeah.
mesh.
this is making
Definitely
me
blew
feel
some of
like
those up.
it makes me feel like a bad friend that haven't sent you the best new deathcore band on earth called Psycho Frame, who released 2 EPs this year. I'm gonna send you those, Brad. I feel like a bad friend for not fucking sending you those. So I mean,
You don't gotta feel like a bad friend. You are a bad friend.
that's true. That's fair. Tactosa
I'm,
exit wounds.
I'm not
That's
disagreeing.
no
Shout out to our. Is his name Mike? Mike or Matt?
who?
Barbaric.
Oh, barbaric brutality, Mike, bro,
Yeah,
Michael.
shout out Mike
Mike.
for putting that out, releasing that through Barbaric Brutality.
Hell yeah! Shout out, Mike.
Good dude right there. Former native of Sacramento. He recently moved, but good dude.
We miss you, Mike.
Good album or a good EP, I should say.
Yes, I'm with you. You know what? And they're supposed to go on the Dying Fetus tour that was, killer tour. It was like Fetus, Creeping Death, the Acacia Strain. And then they ended up, I think, getting replaced by Gates to Hell because something like the lineup fell through that they were supposed to play with, something like that. So hopefully Tactosa could get back on the road and get another good opportunity like that because that's unfortunate to miss out on a tour like that.
Yeah, what a bunch of horseshit.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Ryan Bradley, what you said that Homicidal Ecstasy is probably your second favorite release, but what's another release that you've been vibing on
Well,
from this year?
speaking of barbaric brutality, I'm really liking "Eat Lead" by Manos de Firo.
Okay.
That's
Oh, Manos de Fierro.
that
Manos de
shit's really
Fierro.
ass
Say
beater.
it with your nuts, bro. Manos de Fierro.
Well, I say it like a white man, you know. But
Manos de
that
Fierro.
little EP got some ass beaters on there. So
Ass beaters, hell
Hey,
yeah.
yeah,
What's
they're
a
badass.
track by them that what's the mosh track for you? You hear that song, you're going in the pit and losing your shit.
oh, Foo Violence, bro, easy.
Foo Violence,
Yes.
all right.
That
Foo
their number
Violence,
one song. Either that or they have another one called "No Mames." Hard,
Okay.
hard.
I love it.
But
They're
that's
a
also like
band.
a different.
Oh, my
price.
man's way.
More. I've heard a couple tracks, but I need to fucking really delve into some Manos.
No, they're cool. They got that EP, and then they have like another 2-song promo.
They are sick. I hope to catch them soon. They're local Bay Area
Leander
band.
Slammers, bro.
Oh, San Leandro. All right.
San
Yeah.
Leandro.
I got to check them out. Hopefully, they're going to be at a show soon in the Bay Area that I hit because they're a band I want to check
hard
out.
live. So hard live.
My second album that I'm going to go with for the year 2023 is this should come to no surprise from anybody, and that album is "Make Them Beg for Death" by the legendary brutal death metal act Dying Fetus. Like when I was writing it down, it was just like, man, like it's hard to describe what I mean by this, but it's everything you would want in a Dying Fetus album. Like you got the really, really fast, like tapping parts where but then you've got, like they'll play the riff, like they'll play the riff and then they'll play it again, but even slower and come back with a dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That fucking stank part in the in
Makes you go.
Unbridled Fury. Incredible. My personal the stank face. My personal favorite song on the album is Compulsion for Cruelty. Just a sick band. Got to see them live.
Twice, right?
Twice.
No, twice. Yeah.
Once last year, but
Oh yeah,
and
that
then once
was
this
last
year.
year.
It was like within one calendar year of each other, but not. But dude, incredible album, incredible band. They're a 3-piece. Like that's when you know a band
You're hard.
is different. Is if you got a 3-man operation and you're as good as they are. So, I don't think that should be any surprise. Anytime Dying Fetus puts out an album, it's probably going to be like one of my favorite albums of the year.
Fucking A.
All right, Ryan, let's circle back to you. What's your third favorite album of this year?
Shit.
Or release, I should say, not album.
Release, probably Peeling Flesh, the Slamaholics, Volume 2. Dude, bro, face fucked with a shovel, bro.
Fucking A, dude.
You can't get any
Fucking
harder.
Hey,
I love
I'm
it.
with you.
And then after he says it, dude, the way it just like comes in and like it just hits. It's hard.
You can bump that in a 96 fucking Civic too.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, you're bumping that Chrysler, bro.
They're that. I'm with you. That's like one of the most memorable EPs I've listened to this year. So, I'm glad that you brought them up, and it's funny that
You
I like.
You always gotta give Slam the love, bro. Slam
You
is
do.
the new gangster rap.
It is. It's like the fastest growing genre. I mean,
Dude, for real.
Brad, what's another release you're digging from this year?
Glacial domination.
All right.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
Chad fucking knows what's up, bro. I always fucking regret fucking eating a Cubano while they were playing in Roseville the first time.
Me too. Me too. I was the last
But
time
Chad,
I
you
watched
understand
him.
being a big boy. I was fucking hungry, bro.
That was the first
2
time,
hour
bro.
drive,
But
you know.
watched him 2 or 3 times.
We've
seen him, what, 2 or 3 times since?
2 times since then, but we
since
listened to
then,
that.
yeah, since then, yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
But
very
damn, they
attentive
look
those
good on
other
the
2
TV.
times.
But no, they're awesome, and there's no one that does push-ups better than my friend Ramon over here in their push-up pit.
Hell yeah.
He just gets the tunnel vision fucking push-up and just
Perfect
fucking
form.
doesn't stop. And he was
Hell
out there
yeah, I gotta
banging
knock
them
a
out
couple
last
out.
time with some. Yeah, it was a sick ass band, Texas death metal. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Hey, I'm glad you brought them up. Good. That album for me is definitely more of a couple tracker than a top, but hey, that's just like personal preference. I think they're a fucking sick band. Don't get it wrong. They're good band live. So I'm not taking anything away. Fucking Morbid Effigy, insane track. Arsenal of War, insane track.
I like the flow of it. I love the flow of it. It's in my top. It's somewhere over here. But I love the flow. Like it goes together very well. The hard thing is following the first one. The first one was just like
incredible.
Crypt Device.
Yeah.
Dude,
you know what's scary? I'm gonna be honest. Let me tell you like what happened with this album for me is like I was really excited that Matt Heafy produced this album, but
your expectations were a little higher.
No. But I think the reason why like this is more of a couple tracks album than like one of my favorites of the year is because of Matt Heafy, if that makes sense. It like got a little too like.
I love Matt Heafy. He got me into metal, bro.
I'm gonna use the word. It was a little too clean for my liking. Like the production might have been too good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Hey, Matt
you
Heafy
wanted
did
to record it on an iPhone. It was recorded on some of the best equipment in the fucking game.
Yeah. Matt Heafy did too good of a job for you.
That's why I'm saying, like, I know I'm probably in the wrong here.
No, you're not. It's all preference.
Great band though, and it is a good album.
Yeah,
I see it on a lot of people's lists.
Such an amazing band live, both the performance and in between songs. Chad just knows
He's a
to do.
crowd controller, bro. He knows how to control the crowd.
Oh yeah.
He does. Razor, what's your next favorite release of this year?
Well, the next one that I have on here is going to be Sang with Sugabog Homicidal Ecstasy.
All right, we already
That's number
got
3.
that.
Yes.
Devin's the fucking MVP of the year, as you said.
I
So.
heard Razor's actually going to have
I-
a black market vasectomy.
I need one.
He's feeding for bloodshed over there.
I'm hungry for his insides.
Oh shit.
All right, what's after Homicidal Ecstasy for you, Razor?
The next one after that, all hail Bonginator. The Intergalactic Death Gore.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I gotta fucking read this. I'm a little high. The Intergalactic Gore Bong of Death Pot. Yes. So this band is honestly one of my favorite fucking bands out right now. Fucking Eric from Bonginator is has some of the best humor. The fucking music is just stupidly heavy. It doesn't need to be that like that. He just does the extra, but also the album flows so well with like the like the whole alien invasion type scenario. But yeah, it's the most fun album of the year. And Eric, I love that you don't take yourself serious because then you're able not too serious. You can't take yourself too serious because then you're able to make such an awesome album like this. That's fun, you know? So this is fucking number 4. And of course, the 2 songs I'm going with are the Intergalactic Gore Bong of Death Pot featuring the one and only Devin Swank. And then, I mean, how are you not gonna recommend 420-pound poop?
That's where they won me over, dude. 420-pound poop. Like that's when I read the track listing and I saw that. I'm like, that's so funny and gross that like I need to know what it is.
Razor takes one of those every morning.
I have about 3 of them a day. What do you mean?
They also got the song "Blunt Suffocation" on that same one with
Yes.
Snuff.
Yeah.
Yes. It's snuffed and peeling flesh, if I remember right.
Peeling flesh. No, I think it's Scab or something.
Yeah.
Scab Hag.
Scab Hag.
Hey,
Scab Hag. Yeah.
I'm with you. That's a really good album, and
Dude, it's fun.
I think the thing with him that's hilarious, like you're right, is like his whole marketing, or I hate to use that word, but that's like kind of what it is. Like to coin the term short bus death metal and special ed riffs, that is quite literally the funniest thing I've ever heard. So I'm really appreciative of that. Here's where I'm going to take a left turn on this show. I'm going to give everybody a black metal album that I really like. I'm a black metal guy. I like death metal the most, but like I fuck with some black metal, especially this time of the year where it's cold and it's raining. I need to dive in deep. This album
a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta be a sad boy, man. You gotta do your thing.
You go sit in the woods in the rain.
Yeah, sit in the woods with fucking makeup on, wearing leather. It's like, come on, dude, just let me do my thing. The band is called Lamp of Murmur, and the album is called Saturnian Bloodstorm. Man, it's black metal, but like it has really good production. It has riffs. It has a album cover that is blue and purple. Like it's all the things that I kind of look for in a black metal album, but like it has originality to it. If you like Immortal, you'll definitely like this. It's got, like I said, it's got riffs. That's what I'm here for. My standout track is Seal of the Domination. Man, just sick album. I had to shout out some black metal, and that's the release black metal wise that like I've come back to a lot this year. I'm gonna take on this next one to start. My fourth favorite album of the year is another band that we saw bang into the rock, and there's no correlation to this. This album came out all the way back in April. This is the album "War Remains" by the band Enforced from Richmond, Virginia. Man, it's well documented that I love the band Slayer, and there are Slayer riffs all up and down and around this. I love that Knox has a voice that nobody else in thrash metal sounds like.
Yeah.
I love that they're a thrash metal band, but like, you know, they kind of have like a death metal aesthetic. They tour with a lot of death metal bands. This album, it's awesome, man. I've listened to it a lot. It's one of the fastest albums I listen to where like there's not, you know, freaking jun left and right. It is
Oh yeah, they
a
riff
bunch of
hard.
It's
a bunch
intricate
of
thrash.
it's a bunch of open strings, freaking power chords and dive bombs. Like that alone gets that album to be my fourth favorite album of the year. Brad, take it away.
I also have them on the list, so I'll skip that. But I also have Dying Fetus too, so I'll skip that as well. But we'll dive into some RBS, bro, some real bass shit, and we'll go with I mean, I guess they're RBS, right? Some Snuffed on Sight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's RBS,
Shout
brother.
out to the boys.
Of course, yeah.
Fucking
Hell yeah.
7. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to Snuffed on Sight. Nobody makes it look so easy like this guy.
Yeah, for real, bro.
This guy
What the
makes it
fuck?
look so easy. Like it looks like
It
he just
doesn't make
starts
sense.
talking.
He just does
And it's
it.
just like
Yeah.
Like
it's just he's just
He's
fucking
insane.
he's sick, bro. So shout out to Snuffed.
Smoke, great album. I'm with
Smoke, man.
10 out of 10.
That is on my album.
no
That's
complaint.
on my list too.
Especially
You know-
the peeling flesh feature.
you. Yeah,
Oh.
steal your hubcaps, bro.
Oh god, Paul stealing hubcaps, bro. I don't give a shit.
Smoking
You know
Pall
what? I
Malls and
watched-
stealing hubcaps. I love it.
I was watching a 197 Media video that they just posted of Snuff that for the children.
The
And my
prequel,
favorite
yeah.
part is Seven's just on stage and he goes, "This ain't hardcore. Fuck each other up." And then goes into a fucking breakdown. I'm like, dude, this guy is hilarious. Another one of those bands, like, they're just really funny. Like, they're not, I don't even know if they're trying to be funny, but they're really fucking funny.
They're sick as fuck.
They're great.
Razor, what's your next release of the year?
Next release of the year is going to be another band I got on. Sentenced to Die. Sentenced to Die, Parasitic Infection.
Hell yeah.
Dude, it's a fucking overall just a great album. The buildup on the first song, Desecrated Tombstones, is fucking exactly what I want in the start of a fucking album. Like it builds up perfectly. And it just rides out real smooth, fucking solid album, hard as fuck. The two songs that I'm going to be giving for it are, of course, Desecrated Tombstones and the title track, Parasitic Infection. Yeah, dude, this is a badass album. And also live, they just fucking kick ass. They're wild.
Hey, I'm with you. I like that album, and I forgot which song. I think it's the opening track where it's like he keeps using words to rhyme that end in shun. So it's like evisceration, masturbation. I'm like, that's funny.
I think it was it? I listened
I think it's
to
the
that
opening
fucking
track.
album.
It's hilarious.
I think it's
it's cool.
It's
I'm
great.
like, all right, I like it. It's a good album. I'm with you.
Yeah, fuck
Ryan, what's another release that you're fucking with for this year?
Well, I had Snuff, so I'm gonna skip that because they're fucking just goated. I'm gonna go with some more RBS. I'm gonna go with the spring promo from Big Boy.
All right.
They did a couple of re-records on some songs and then threw that on there, and then with some like new ones, like I think 2 new songs. It was pretty sick. Just some more dun dun dun, dun just beat people like
just
in the
some
face.
beat down shit.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. We'll go back to you, Ramon. What's another release that you're messing with from this year?
Let's see. We've got of course my number 6 was Snuffed on Sight, but we've covered them. One thing that we have to add though, they are the kings of dummy death.
Oh yeah, of
Can we
course.
say
Yeah. Yeah,
They are the
100%.
kings.
They coined the
They're
term,
the
so
kings.
they earn it.
They are the kings. But we're gonna go to number 7, which is Scab Hag. Wading through Mephetic filth. Or I think it was wading through Mephetic filth. Dude, like it sounds like it was recorded in the sewer. It's dirty, it's heavy, it's also groovy as fuck. And it's fucking Ohio death metal. They're they're doing it
Only in
fucking right
Ohio.
now. There's something in the water over there. But yeah, 2 songs right there's Force Fed to a Wood Chipper and Lord of the Flies featuring none other than Devin Swank of Saying We Sugabog. Is there a correlation?
And we love that man.
MVP.
MVP of the year.
MVP. This is where I've got 15 albums. We're gonna post list. But this is where I'm gonna come back with one, and then I'll come back with another, and we'll start winding it down. But the album that I really mess with, this is the album Memorage by the band Memorage. The only way I could describe this album is this album sounds how I wish Slipknot sounded now. Thank you to Gary, the guy who created this, because I think he's a guy like me. I'd like to think where you listen to Slipknot, you're like, man, like you don't sound how I want you to sound. Like you're one of my favorite artists. You've made some of my favorite music. Like, can you go back to doing that?
Yeah.
And he's a guy who took action, and he messed around and made like one of the sickest new metal albums ever. And it's coming out in the year 2023. It's every good part of Slipknot, every good part of Korn, every good part of Mudvayne, like everything that you like about those bands that are heavy, and he makes it into an album. If you have not checked out the album Memorage by the band Memorage, do it. He's working on LP 2 and 3 at the same time right now. So this guy does not stop. Gary, shout out to your album. It's an album that I've listened to a lot this year, and like I said, one of my favorites of the year. Brad, give me one more release from this year that you really jive with.
Wait, I have to hold on. Are we all picking one more, or are we gonna?
Yeah. I'll give you one more. Yeah, one that you want to shout out. I'll give you 2. Razor, go ahead.
Go ahead. Let Razor go.
Go ahead. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Give me 2.
All right.
Give me one, and then we'll come back to Brad.
All right. Well, let's see. We got to fucking shout out Necrotic Gore Beast. They're fucking. They're wild. The album Repugnant. They're fucking tight, dude. Like the instruments are all super tight. And they also have one of the best Instagrams. Great Instagram follow. Everybody go check them out. Necrotic Gore Beast, all one word. Yeah, the 2 songs, fucking Repugnant, the title track, and then Masturbated to Death. Is fucking phenomenal.
I'm glad you you brought that up. That was awesome. Masturbated to death. What a way to go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. What a way.
Real shit.
Brad, do you want to go or do you want me to get that next one?
Well, I don't really have another album, but I got like a little 2-song
please.
single here. It's
Beautiful.
by
Let's hear
the
it.
Idaho Boys Ingrown, Cold Steel.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't listen to it till we saw it
Saw them live?
and- yeah,
Dude, they're
man,
fucking
Mr. Ingrown, as Al calls him, fucking, he's the hardest motherfucker, bro. That guy goes so fucking hard, and while he's going hard as fuck, he's ripping the fucking guitar like
dude,
no other.
he's
So
Dude, he's
riffing.
so fucking.
yeah.
He's a madman.
Yeah, I would like. He's not like the biggest guy, but I would hate to see that guy in the pit, bro. He's probably
yeah.
a fucking handful.
Dude, you don't want to see a guy wearing like a plain black t-shirt that he cut the sleeves off, like straight freaking Dickie jeans and boots.
yes,
Like stay away from
Get tucked in, bro.
And he's writing about fucking Cold Steel, bro.
Oh,
He
yeah,
kicks it for a living.
Hey, I love this bit that they said on Hard Lore where he's like, so last release called Gun, next release is going to be called Fun, right?
Oh yeah, should be.
Oh shit.
Ryan, give me one more release
Um,
that you enjoyed from this year that you want to shout out.
I'm gonna shout out some local 209 Wise Guy
Please.
from
Wise Guy?
Stockton, I believe.
Okay.
Cruel Summer was a little EP they dropped this year. Sick as fuck.
What kind of
I need to check that
It's
out.
it's more punk on the punk
Okay.
side of sounding of the hardcore. So
Fuck yeah.
a lot
Check
of
that shit
fast
out.
2-steps, a lot of the fuck you type shit, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
More-
Something you would
more-
listen to while
yeah.
playing Skate 3?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, I'm with it. The last release before I give Razor one last release, this is like one that I'm gonna call out maybe some recency bias because like it just came out, but I've been listening to the fuck out of this album since it came out. This is the album Sulfuric Hatred by the band Sulfuric Hatred. Alex Jones, dude that we all love here. He's in this band, and it doesn't sound anything
Bring
like
the freaking dog
Undeath.
shit.
I'm sure this was the
Sorry.
first time you'd ever heard that.
Alexander Jones, sir.
But this album is just fucking evil. It's fucking fast. Their riffs. One of my favorite albums of the year. Like I said, it's just evil. It's fast. It's raw. What more can I ask for? Up there, I would say I might even go as far as saying maybe the most evil release of the year. So shout out Sulfuric Hatred. And if you want to take a guess, my favorite song on the album is the song Sulfuric Hatred.
Oh,
If it's the band's name, band album, song titles, the band name, and the album, you already know it's gonna be one of the best. Razor, what is your last release? Like I said, we're gonna post these. We're gonna make a nice little collage. That way you have a better idea than our scatterbrained just
I'm 3 joints
talking.
deep and like
Yeah.
a couple Michelobes. So
Take us
pretty
home,
fried.
Ramon. What is
I-
your last pick for favorite release of the year?
All right, I'm gonna have to shout out Nuclear Remains, Dawn of Eternal Suffering. It
Maggot
is
Stomp.
a Maggot Stomp release. Maggot Stomp release. Fucking, they always have bangers. It sounds like this one. So Scab Hag was in, like a fucking swamp. It was or a sewer or something. This one sounds like it was recorded in a nuclear bunker. So if it sounds great, it's fucking awesome. The fucking 2 songs I would recommend on it are Thermobaric Asphyxiation and Eaten by Mutants. Both of them badass, fucking great release. Just some fucking some soul crushing death metal, nuclear death metal,
Good pick on that.
radioactive death metal. There we go.
I want to say that like my favorite thing I read on the internet. I listened to that, and I think it's a very good release. But like, what sticks with me about that release is somebody commented on it. If that snare don't ping, it don't mean a thing. And I'm like,
That's true.
I'm like, hey, pretty good,
Pretty good.
pretty
Pretty
fucking
good.
King
good.
is king.
Purdy good.
You know, so that's 2023.
Any honorable mentions?
Exceptional year. I've got a
quite
list
a
of
few
15.
honorable mentions, I should say.
I
He's
think
got
we
a
hit
list
all
of 15. Ryan, we'll get you a list. We'll get you your list, Brad. You know, 2024 is going to bring equally killer releases. Just to name a few off the top of my head: Deicide, 200 Stab Wounds, Gate Creeper. Like there's some really good albums to be released next year that I cannot wait to listen to. Plenty of bands that I haven't seen that I want to see live this year, and bands that I've seen live that I want to see live this year. So going forward, we're gonna start lining some stuff up, and we'll get back to once a week. And we've got a great graphic designer on the team now in Ramon. We're gonna step it up a little bit
Hell
this
yeah.
year.
Hell
I have
yeah.
no idea what I'm doing. I'm learning as I'm going. Just bear with me, folks.
Bro, that's how we do it.
Can we take a left turn real quick?
Yeah.
So we had our albums of the years, our releases of the year, but out of all the shows we went to, what was the set of the year for you guys?
Man, look, I already brought up two of them. Like to say like God's Hate, I feel like is just such a given because it was just like it was everything, man. Like
Yeah.
it was just incredible. And then obviously, like I said, Outer Heaven, it like my jaw was on the fucking ground. Like those are easily my two favorite sets of the year. But like one that wasn't at Bangin' in the Rock that stands out the most to me was seeing Full of Hell this year. I've always been a Full of Hell fan, and I know that they're studio wise they can be a difficult band to listen to if you're not prepared for it because it's a wall of sound. But
Yeah.
seeing that wall of sound live, but like seeing what's behind that wall of sound, really blew my mind. Like I hadn't seen somebody pour them their entire being into a set like Dylan Walker and the rest of those guys. So that's the set that I'm gonna go with, even though, like I said, God's Hate or Outer Heaven would probably be the first two to mind, but that one, incredible.
They dropped a good album with Nothing.
They did. That was a
Live
good album.
It was really good.
And then they dropped an album with Primitive Man
Primitive Man.
that made one of the hardest cardio sessions of the year for me this year. So I'll always remember that.
Hell yeah.
What about you, Brad? What's your favorite set of the year?
Dude, the Black Dahlia murder this year.
Oh, that was a good one, man.
And that one hit home right there.
Hey, add them to a list of 2024 bands that are going to be releasing albums, and it's going to be the first without Papa Trev. So I'm glad you brought them up. That was a very special set. I
Just know I was fucking in the middle of the pit, leading the orchestra, fucking conducting.
You were,
everything.
and don't fool everybody. You're also holding a beach ball hostage till you got your fucking Apple Watch.
Apple
You got
Watch
your
back. Hey, if you want to fuck with me with the grip, I'll get the football from the bog. I'll get whatever object is in the fucking pit. I will get it. I may not hold on to it forever, but I will get it.
Hell yeah.
What about you, Razor? What's your set of the year?
Man, it's a toss up. I know it's some people might say recency bias, But dude, watching Maul and
Maul
like
was
Garrett
sick.
up there was absolutely ridiculous. Garrett, fucking Lamb was going wild. Fucking
Riggs,
Nobody was having
Robbie.
more fun than Griggs though.
everybody was wild, but like a toss up with that, which shout out Stan for putting on banging. Terminal Nation, dude. I got to scream my favorite part of my favorite Terminal Nation song on 197. I hope it comes out. So and into the
It
mic.
should.
So it was a highlight. I still
yeah.
I could still see it. I could still see Stan fucking putting that mic in my fucking face. Yeah.
Hey, that's what fun is, making those memories where you're like, dude, like that meant a lot to me. You can tell
Yeah,
somebody what it
100%.
meant to you, and it's not gonna like register to them, but to you, dude, that's fucking sick. Getting the mic
Yeah.
is fucking. It's a great honor.
Honorable.
My favorite part
Like,
of my
awesome.
favorite Terminal Nation song. And fucking we hadn't seen Terminal Nation. That was like one of the bands I was there to see.
Yeah.
That was Juice too. So yeah, that's probably my standout. And
Hey,
also Kublai Khan, fucking the loudest set I've ever heard.
that's the loudest set of the year. I want to shout out the guy, the guitarist from Orthodox too, where he nailed me really good with a spinning back fist. I'm glad to know that that one made me feel like I was alive. So thank you for that. Shout out to you, Mr. Orthodox.
Hell yeah.
Fucking A.
Well, 2024, like I said, it's going to be a great year for heavy music. I know the first show that we'll be hitting this year will be in Fresno. We will be
Fucking
seeing
Smokey in this bitch.
we'll be seeing Escuela Grind, Bonginator, and a local band to that area, Bulldog. Absolutely cannot wait to see Bulldog. It's going to be an awesome show. That's going to be
Shout
on
out, buddy.
January 27th. Yeah, shout out. Absolutely cannot wait to hit that show. Many more shows to come. And like I said, we're going to get this ball rolling to start the year. So look out for us, and don't listen to anything we say. Go ahead and tell us how shitty our favorite albums of the year are, and how we should listen to the shitty albums you like, and tell us what those shitty albums are, because that's what being a metal fan is for. It's about getting bullied. That's the fun in it. You just gotta just have fun with it.
Tough love.
Bullying's fun. Bullying's fun. You just can't take it personally. You can be bullied too. Have fun with it.
Hell yeah.
All right, that's all, folks.
Dude, look at
All
my
right,
fucking